Then number 3, what's number 3? So I think that makes it a little bit more liquidy. It's about to fall off. Oh. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 7 different creamy creations. So if you enjoyed this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get started with what we're making today. So if you guys don't know what a Creami is, it is a Ninja Creami ice cream making machine. Pretty much you get these containers that you fill with liquid and different mixtures that you can turn into ice cream. You put them in the freezer overnight and let them freeze for 24 hours, and then you put them in the Creami machine and it blends it up to make ice cream. So I'm gonna be sharing some different recipes today, trying some new things out and some similar things that I've kind of tried before, just kind of mixing it up to test them out and see how it is. I feel like that's what's really fun about the Creami, is that every single time we end up doing something different. Of course, we find some that we really like that kind of stick, but it's also really fun to kind of experiment with them. So I'm gonna be making 7 different ones today because for my birthday, I actually asked for more Creami containers from my dad and he got them for me. So I've got 7 containers now, which means I can make a full week's worth of Creamis at once. So to do that today, I'm going to be using a few different ingredients that I have spread out in front of me. And like I said, each one's gonna be different. So just so that I know which one each recipe is, I just wrote down the measurements and stuff in a notebook and I labeled them 1 through 7. And as I make them, I'm just gonna write a little 1, 2, 3 on the lid to just label them. It will probably wash off, and if it doesn't, then I'll just reuse them numbered because then it's just easier to remember. So not a big deal writing on them, I'm fine with that. And that'll just help me to identify which one is which, especially having 7 of them at a time. Anyway, my favorite milk or base to use is always the Fairlife, especially because it's lactose free, which is good for Adam. So that's usually what I use for the base of all of them, unless I do some type of protein shake. But today I'm gonna be using these 2, and I think that's all I'm gonna be using for all of these. So I've got the Fairlife whole milk, which is lactose free. It is 150 calories for a cup of it. It's got 8 grams of fat and 13 grams of protein, and it's 6 points on Weightwatchers. So when we do make these Creami pints, usually I make 1 at a time and Adam and I split it. It's like the perfect serving that way for us, and that way I get like a 3-point serving of the milk. Usually I just divide the recipe in half depending on whatever else I put in, but 3 points for the base is not bad for that. Then I also like the chocolate milk, which is 140 calories for a cup, also 6 points on Weightwatchers, 4.5 grams of fat and 13 grams of protein. So those are the 2 milks I'm going to be using as my bases today, and I guess I'm just going to go ahead and kind of walk through each one that I'm going to do, and then I'll show myself making them. So the first one that I'm gonna make today is going to be banana cream. I'm gonna go ahead and mash a banana for 0 points on Weightwatchers. Then I'm gonna mix in a cup of whole milk, so this one. And then I'm gonna do 7 grams, which is a serving of this banana cream jello pudding mix. This is a sugar-free pudding mix. I have really been enjoying the puddings in there. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't, but I do feel like they give a really good consistency. So I'm gonna use a serving of the pudding for that one. Okay, then for number 2, I'm going to use 1 cup of whole milk. I'm going to use a scoop of this vanilla protein powder, which is 2 points on Weightwatchers. It's got 120 calories and 25 grams of protein. So this will make this more of a high protein option. And then this is one I'm really excited for because I have just been wanting to try this since we tried these in a snack review. I feel like they're pretty sweet and I think that they'll work really well as like a root beer float type Creami. So I'm just gonna mix in 1 of these packets. I just got these, I wanna say from Walmart. They're just A&W root beer, caffeine free. They're kind of just like the Crystal Light packets. So you're supposed to add it to 16.9 ounces of water. I think I'm just gonna add the whole thing in to the cup of milk and then mix it with the protein powder, and we're just gonna see how it goes. That will be number 2. Then number 3, I've used this before and really liked it in a Creami. So this is a Mio, and it is the orange vanilla, so it kind of tastes like a creamsicle. So I'm gonna use some of this in there. Usually I just use my food scale to weigh it out if I'm doing like measurements with it, but I'm gonna do a cup of whole milk. I'm gonna do some of this, and then I'm also going to add a scoop of the vanilla protein powder as well. And then I think I might also do 7 grams of the cheesecake jello. This is 1 point on Weightwatchers for that serving, and I feel like it adds really good flavor and creaminess. My friend's mom actually recommended it to me and now I've been buying it since, and it works really well for the creamies. I'm gonna use that, I think, in the vanilla one. Let me add that to my recipe really quick. Number 4 is going to be strawberries. So I've done one like this before where I mashed some frozen strawberries. I just let these thaw. I'm gonna mash them up. And then to that, I'm gonna try adding some jello. So I don't know how the jello powder will work in there, but I'm gonna go ahead and do 7 grams, which I think is actually like half the packet of this. And then I'm gonna do a cup of the whole milk and see how that goes together as well. Again, I haven't tried that before with the jello powder, but we're just gonna try it because it's fun to kind of experiment and see how things go. We're gonna do that for number 4. Then number 5, I really want to use this butterscotch pudding mix that I got. I haven't used it yet, but I've had it for a little bit now. So it's 0 sugar, also just 1 point for the serving of 7 grams. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix 7 grams with a cup of this chocolate Fairlife. I want this one to be like chocolate butterscotch, so I'm gonna do the chocolate milk for that. But then I'm also going to use a banana for this one, just because I've got some bananas I need to use up and I feel like this one will work best with that. So I'm gonna mash the banana first and then add the pudding powder and the milk, and that will be it for that one. Number 6, I'm also going to use the chocolate milk again. I'm going to do a coffee creamy. So Adam wanted to get a new cold brew concentrate to try anyway, and he found this Dunkin' one. It's their caramel cold brew, and it's 0 points for the serving of 6 ounces, but I'm not even gonna use that much. I think I'll probably do 3 ounces, so just half of that. And I'm gonna mix that with the chocolate milk. And then to that, I'm also going to add the cheesecake powder. I was gonna do a chocolate powder, but I just feel like the cheesecake will work fine. It's only 1 point for the serving, and I feel like that'll just work out since I have it already open. So that'll be the coffee creamy. And then the last one I'm gonna try is with a protein powder that I actually got last year and I haven't finished it yet, but it's one of our favorites. I'm hoping they're gonna have it again this year. It's usually like a limited edition, but this is the PE Science Pumpkin Pie protein powder. So I'm gonna do a scoop of this in 1 cup of the Fairlife whole milk. And then to that, I'm just gonna add a little cinnamon, and I think that's gonna be it for that one. I haven't decided if I'm gonna add any pudding powder, but I might. I also might just leave it that way. So that'll be another high protein one though, because that's got 24 grams of protein, 120 calories, and it's 2 points for 1 scoop. I'm gonna go ahead and assemble these. I'll have all of these typed out in the description, and they'll be labeled by number. And then as they freeze and we can eat them throughout the week, we'll be sharing what we think of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these assembled. so we are going to be testing out all of the creamy recipes that we made, and we're just gonna do a couple at a time, maybe one, maybe two. Tonight we're doing two. I let Adam pick, and he actually picked both of the ones that are the banana-based ones. So we're doing number 1 and number 5 today, and I went ahead and already spun them with the creamy machine. So we've got the banana here. It's got a cup of whole milk, a smashed banana, and then 7 grams of the banana pudding mix, banana pie pudding, banana cream pie, something like that. So 7 points for the entire thing, and we're gonna split it. And then we also have the chocolate one, which is a cup of the chocolate milk for 6 points. And then I have the butterscotch pudding in here and a banana. So 7 points for this one as well. Let's go ahead and try the banana first. It's a really good consistency. Yeah. Oops. And yeah, it looks really good. Smells like banana. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's a little subtle on the banana flavor.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do more than 7 grams, maybe 10 or something.
I mean, it honestly tastes like a good banana ice cream. Like, I feel like you toss some mix in there, be like a little chocolate in there, be probably pretty good.
Yeah, it's just a very basic banana, but I like it. I would definitely make it again. Good consistency and everything. Yeah. This one's a little bit more on the fluffy side, which I feel like that always happens with the chocolate ones we make compared to the like vanilla or, well, the regular whole milk based ones.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the chocolate milk. That's weird.
Yeah, but this one has the butterscotch. I'm hoping we can taste it. Yeah. Let's see. Cheers. That one's good.
Yep, a lot of it on the aftertaste, but those were good.
This one is so much sweeter. So I think we needed something else sweet to add to this, which makes sense because the chocolate milk is sweetened with the chocolate and then the whole milk isn't. Hopefully all the whole milk ones aren't not sweet enough now, but we'll see.
I mean, with all that, you added other stuff in the other one, so I feel like that one's kind of more like a basic banana ice cream. That would be good with mix-ins, like something like that if you want to keep a low point.
Yeah, I really like the butterscotch in this, and of course the chocolate with the banana is good.
It's a good mix.
Yeah, okay, cool. Those are good. We're going to have to remember all these because it's going to be like different days and we're going to have to somehow remember which ones are our favorites. But okay, we'll be back with the next ones that we try. Woo! Okay, so we are trying the next creamies that we have. So I went ahead and just spun 2 of them. So we have 2 fruity ones, and the strawberry one definitely looks a little bit better than the orange one, but this one just seems a little bit more like fluffy. So in this one, this was the scoop of vanilla protein powder, the orange dreamsicle like meal. Then I have a cup of whole milk, and then 7 grams of the cheesecake pudding powder. And then, well, let's go ahead and try the orange one first, and then we'll do the strawberry one. So it is still a really good consistency. It's just definitely like on like the fluffier side, which I feel like the pudding might kind of do that a little bit. Sometimes I add a little splash of milk before I spin it, and that's what I did. So I think that makes it a little bit more liquidy sometimes, but yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's really good.
Whoa, that's a new top one right there.
Yeah, I would say that's like a solid recipe for a dreamsicle. Wow. That's really good.
I was not expecting to be that flavorful.
It's that dreamsicle meal, I'm telling you, or like the orange cream vanilla one.
And just for that too, like it wasn't like, I don't know, like for it to just be a meal that would have that much flavor.
And this one's high in protein. So this one is 6 points for the milk, and then 2 for the protein powder, and 1 for the cheesecake. So 9 points for this, but it's got like 13 grams of protein from the milk, 24 grams from the protein. So it doesn't taste like that high of a protein one, honestly. Then we have the strawberry one, which this is the one I was saying it just looks so perfect. So I did respin it. That one I actually didn't even have to respin, but I like to spin them on light ice cream. I feel like they are better that way. I don't know, but I think either setting works. This one smells really strong like strawberry. This is the one that had the jello powder. So it's got a cup of whole milk, the jello powder, and then some mashed strawberries. Yeah. So let's see. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, it's not sweet enough.
I think it's because we just had the dreamsicle one. It's not as sweet.
Yeah, no, but it still needs some sweetness. It's missing something. It's perfect consistency.
It's really, but I really like that. It's got to be the strawberries you use. Like those are so good.
It doesn't taste like Jello. I thought it would taste more like Jello. It tastes strawberry-like, but it's just lacking some sweetness. I need it. That's always my issue with these is that I don't add enough sweetness, and I kind of forget. I think I expect the fruit to have more, but I know when it freezes, it loses flavor.
Is there a strawberry skinny syrup?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah, I think we might have it.
Do we really?
We have to look in there. I think we might have it.
I wonder if that would add some sweetness to it. I think it's very good though.
It's not bad. It's good. I think you know what would be good? Bad. Something chocolate, like a chocolate fiber one brownie with it.
That's actually a good call.
But I actually love that dreamsicle one. I thought I would like the strawberry better because of the texture, but okay, we'll be back trying the next ones that we have. We've got 3 left in the freezer. 4 so far. We got 3 to go.
All right.
Okay, so we'll be back with the next one. Okay, we are back to try 2 more creamies that we have, and then we've got one left in the freezer. So we're saving the coffee one for more of like midday. Hopefully we actually remember to have it tomorrow. Today we are trying the root beer creamy that I made, and then the pumpkin pie. So both of them smell really, really, really good. Like that's like root beer flavor, that's definitely pumpkin pie. I can taste the protein powder or smell the protein powder. But anyway, this one has a cup of whole milk, the root beer packet that is like the ones you mix into water, and then it's got a scoop of vanilla protein powder from the brand Ready Nutrition. Then this one has a cup of Fairlife whole milk. It's got a scoop of pumpkin pie PE Science protein powder, and then cinnamon, which I feel like I put pudding in it, but maybe I'm gonna have to go back and look because I didn't write it down, so maybe I didn't. But let's go ahead. What do you want to try? Root beer first? Let's try root beer. Because I feel like the pumpkin one's going to be a little bit stronger.
It's going to be like overpowering, yeah.
Now, this one I figured would be a little bit like icy, but it actually isn't too bad. It's not like, yeah, and it's actually a thick consistency. Yeah. So, cheers.
Cheers. Bruh. That is a root beer flow.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh, that is so sweet too. Like that's not lacking any sweetness. Wow.
It's almost too sweet.
Wow, that's really good.
The vanilla protein powder goes well with it.
That literally tastes like you dumped a root beer in there.
It really does. Okay, this one is even better consistency. Like this is the most ice cream like one that we've tried. Yeah. So looks really good. Let's see if you can see how it goes. And it smells like pumpkin pie. So cheers.
Bruh.
Oh my gosh.
That might be my favorite one so far.
Like that is straight ice cream and it tastes like pumpkin pie.
Oh my gosh.
This is one of my favorite protein powders that they have. They better bring it back because we're on our last scoop of it.
We are making that again and we're gonna add graham crackers as mix-ins. Oh my gosh.
This is the best consistency we've ever had for a creamy.
Wow.
It's like ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have one more to try after this, and then I guess we're gonna have to try to rank them and remember.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
I feel like we'll remember, but
kind of.
Let's see. Okay, we'll be back with the last one. Woo! Okay, we are on to the last creamy out of our 7 creamy creations that we're trying. And we've saved this one for last because it's got coffee in it. So we finally did it midday now. We need a little pick-me-up. We need some caffeine. And this turned out perfect consistency-wise. So this one had a cup of chocolate Fairlife milk. It's got 7 grams of the pudding powder that's sugar-free. And then I also did some coffee concentrate, which I don't remember how much I did. So I'm gonna have to go back to the video and look when I edited it because I did a bad job of recording exact amounts and making notes on my recipes that I did. So anyway, here we have this. It is probably 7 points done with the pudding powder, but it does smell good. The coffee concentrate had like a caramel flavor to it, so we're really smelling that. It smells like coffee. I'm excited. Let's see. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh. Tastes like a popular coffee shake.
It does.
Ooh.
It's got a really good mocha flavor.
Yeah. Concentrate was a good call.
Honestly, the caramel flavor that it gives it is really good.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot better than I was expecting.
Honestly, same, because I feel like every coffee one we've tried has just been kind of meh.
Yeah.
Like, none of them have had this good consistency, and this has a good creaminess because it's with the chocolate milk.
Yeah, I like it.
That's really good. Okay, that might be one of my top ones now. So,
yeah, same.
We wanted to go through and quickly rank them based on which our favorites were, which we could even just pick like a favorite top 3 or something.
Yeah, I'm done.
But number 1 was the banana pudding one. Number 2 was the root beer. Number 3 was the orange like dreamsicle. 4 was the strawberry jello one. 5 was the chocolate milk, butterscotch, and banana. 6 was the coffee one that we just tried, and then the last one was the pumpkin pie. So honestly, this, I feel like, and we did 7 of them, but I feel like this was like the most of the really, really good ones that we've tried. I feel like we're really getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
And I think that the chocolate Fairlife and the whole milk Fairlife are like a key ingredient that was like making these so perfect with the consistency, and of course the pudding powder. I
think you found a good mix of like either protein or pudding powder, and then either chocolate or whole the whole Fairlife, and it turns into a really good consistency. Right?
It's very, very like the most similar to ice cream that we've made with these creamy creations.
What is your number 1? Or you want to 3 first?
That is so tough because this coffee one's really good. I have 4 favorite ones, and I can't even really put them in order. It was the dreamsicle, the root beer, the pumpkin pie, and then this coffee one. Those were my 4 favorite. The other ones I think just lacked a little sweetness, and I can see like what I was missing in all of them. It was the whole milk. Actually, that one was chocolate milk too. So I don't know. All of them have been really good though.
Yeah. I think my favorite one was the pumpkin pie one.
Yeah, that one was so good.
I think number 2 would be dreamsicle, number 3 root beer, and this number 4.
I think I could agree with that, but I might switch root beer in this one.
Really?
Yeah. But I think my favorite one was definitely the pumpkin pie, just because that just tasted like real ice cream, like the creaminess, everything about it.
It tasted like a Cold Stone or like a Baskin Robbins, like pumpkin pie ice cream. Like it was consistent, everything. Like
it was high in protein and it was good. Yeah, these have been really good. So it's really fun to experiment. It's nice having more containers now. I'm glad I asked for those for my birthday because really it'll get some use. So anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I will have these typed out to the best of my ability in the description. I have to go through and see while I'm editing and I'll type them out. And so, I was just a mess with this one. But anyway, we had a lot of fun with it. We really enjoy doing these. We're always looking for new suggestions or if there's anything else you want to try. I know some people had said they wanted to see a good coffee one. So hopefully you guys try this one out and see what you think. I think the mix of like the milk with the coffee was really good. And the concentrate, that Dunkin' concentrate's really good. So thank you guys so much for watching and we'll see you next time.
Bye.